Hey, what's up, good people? Hey, Zakia B, Joy in the house, Kimberly Boyce, Cassandra Davis. Hey, good people. Cassandra Davis, Royal Blue, what it is? Joanne Frederick. See how I separated that Frederick? I would say Frederick, but I saw the E in that bit. Frederick. Black Karma, talk to me. Queen Bajan, I got your message. What's going on, Shamika? Oh boy. Oh, Samithia. Hey, Grand Rising. Tony. Tony with an I, baby. Tony with an I, not a Y. Get it straight. But Suds, that's a new name. That's a new person. Hey, I think it's new. LA Suds. Everybody, how y'all doing today? Sunila. Miss White. Mystic Moonchild, what it is? Good to see you. All right, Angela Marbly. Hey, everybody. So I am not, how can I say? This ancestor conversation, prayer, whatever you want to call it. Let me scoop this back a little bit. I don't need my rods to hit it. This ancestor prayer conversation, whatever you want to call it, right now, is going to be heavily dependent on a lot of stuff that we as a people been going through. And I don't want this to come off as militant. People, we ain't doing our ancestors no justice when we're not trying to rectify the situation they've been in. Now let me get you straight with this. Now I want you to understand what I'm saying because I really need y'all to focus and hear me. A lot of our ancestors cannot help us. The main ones, the good ones, the ones that know the shit, that know where the bodies are buried, that got the skeletons in the closet, that know how to fix our energy, fix our situation. A lot of them can't help us. Now I've been doing a lot of prayers and a lot of conversations for the better part of 2 years now. Doing this. Y'all here with me almost every Monday for the past 2 years. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But now it came to me this last night. I got home and I went to bed extremely early. And I was angry going to sleep. I mean, like full-fledged pissed off. Nobody did nothing to me. Had an excellent day. Just pissed off. And I was like, man, why am I so angry at the world? I'm going through some personal shit, but nothing to get me angry. More like a contemplating thing. And then it hit me. Before I walked out the door, I grabbed my ancestor pot and I like put it to my face, start shaking it, and I rubbed the skull head and I like loosened the jaw and I'm just jogging with it, fucking around with it. And when I walked out the door, I see nothing but military energy. Wars that was fought hundreds of years ago. I just seen that energy from touching my pot. And I'm going happy go lucky, like, the world is the world, the world. Let me just prep myself, let me prepare myself in case some shit pop off, in case this do, so me and my kids will be safe. So you go through the whole preparatory motion. And when I came back in the house from that day, me and the kids from that day, the energy loomed right by the front door where my ancestor pot is. It loomed. And it's like when you walk in the threshold of my house, it's like it's time for you to fight energy. But there's nothing to fight inside my house. But when I was going out my door, they was telling me to arm myself. Come back in the house, fight energy. Walk out the door, arm yourself. So I went in my closet and I never do this. I never, when I'm doing spell work for people, I never meditate my energy on top of it, in the same area. But I got some spirit work going on in there, but I had to get in my closet. That's my safe space, people. Remember that. So I just had to get in there. So I took a mirror that I keep in there and I put it in front of the spell work that I'm doing so it'll only reflect me. So behind the mirror was the spell work so my energy wouldn't interfere with that. And as I'm sitting there and I'm meditating, like, where's this anger coming from? I understand depression. I understand that energy. They say, where's this energy coming from? And the voice, as clear as day, told me, this is the energy of defeat. Hear me, people. This is the energy of defeat. And I'm like, I haven't engaged in any wars to be defeated, and spiritually I got my shit on lock. I ain't trying to do rituals of conjure this and that. I'm steady, I'm copacetic. I ain't losing nothing, spirit. What they say inside we was defeated. And they kept saying, we were defeated. We were defeated. We were defeated. So I had to understand because I didn't understand what the we was because I was too busy looking in that mirror, focusing on myself. So I'm like, I'm not defeated. Then it all hit me. We have been defeated. And I thought about it. And I said, you're right. I said, because we can't come together as a unit, man and woman, in this culture. We can't come together as a unit like a family in this culture. Hell, we can't come together as a tribe in this culture. And they say these are the premises that have defeated us because they have taught us that if we do good, obey, make the right decisions, extract ourselves from the riffraff, the ruffians, and all that shit there, that we can somehow rise up in societal status. And they say this is the biggest defeat that we suffered, but because we're enjoying the spoils of war, and believe it or not, the shit they're giving us is spoiled shit from war. They said they're not happy with that. Now, before I go any further, I'm not telling you guys to pick up arms, clubs, and sticks and run outside and start beating on your enemy or start savagely attacking them. No, I'm not calling for that type of shit. I'm not that guy. But what I'm saying is, I need for you to go deep, deep inside yourself and focus on the energy of those ancestors that was defeated throughout time. So let me give you some examples to what you can focus on. We all, the history books in the Christian Bible always say black folks' ancestry started 400 years ago in America. That's all we got. That we just 400-year-old souls. So keep that in mind. But I'm gonna take it to that energy. So back when people was cracking our skulls, burning down our churches, demonizing our spirituality, and we had to conform, those ancestors did what they had to do to survive with hopes that one day their generation, no offspring, will rise up and reclaim that spiritual energy. People, we haven't been doing that properly. We've been going along with the trends. We've been going along with the fads. Hell, everybody everybody want to be down with the Orisha. Everywhere everybody want to be down. If you say you're from Nigeria, or if somebody come on your feed saying they from Nigeria, oh God, they must be from the motherland. They must be super duper God. The first thing they gave us was Wicca. The first time I got into spirituality, it was Wicca. Okay, I go to a Celtic shop and get crystals and stones and skulls and shit. Where the fuck you gonna find a crystal skull made out of clear quartz crystal on an African altar? Hell, on a Native American altar. Fuck it, I'll do you better. On an Aborigines altar. The skull represents death and war. Our ancestors kissed ass, took shit, took crap in hope that one day that while they was fucking their offspring, their seeds, would rise up and do something about it. And it ain't cracking the man over his head. It's reclaiming our true spirituality. But right now, people, we don't do that. And before you think this is all about just black and brown, it's not. Because so many European, Caucasian, Anglo descent people, they've been so motherfucking displaced by that Christian Bible too, that they don't know where the hell they come from. They don't know the energy that's locked inside their ancestral energy. So for the European, so for my European counterpart, brothers, sisters, cousins, however you want to call yourself, kinfolk. Did you know that John D? I got his tattoo on I got his symbol on my arm right here. That's his major symbol. That symbol is elect Ba, 33rd degree. Okay? Did you know that John D revised, revisited, and gave you guys the European, the England and Italy and all that shit there, what he did in little talk. He learned how to talk that angelic language. 6 or 7 of them. Wrote it down, went in trance, did his thing. Granted, he had a fucked up past, but he did it. He gave you guys the rituals on how to contact your ancestors and the powers that be, the people that's over you guys. Contact the powers that be, contact your ancestor energy, contact demonic energy, angelic energy, learn how to capture it, write it, make it work for you. But the powers that be, that's over you guys, took that energy and capitalized. They called upon Moloch. They called upon Baal. They called upon Leviathan. They called upon all these things to make them rich and renowned and powerful. And you know what they gave you, low levels? They gave you the scraps. They gave you the book. They gave you that basic instructions before leaving Earth. They gave you the book. So your ancestors are kicking themselves in the ass because they had to sacrifice. They went through their shit. They went through it. And none of y'all have really reclaimed it. You will see, I see a white witch and they'll be talking about the good shit. They'll be used tie crystal to a wand and bibbity boppity boop type shit. And they be high on their spirituality. But then 9 times out of 10, they'll go back and quote the Bible. Or 9 times out of 10, when they talk about another spiritual system other than what they're talking about from another continent, they talk about it with such disdain and anger and malice. And your ancestors sitting up there saying it was one point that when all of us was on this motherfucking rock, on this planet, on this saucer, we all had to cognitively link to one another to know the seasons in Africa, to know the climate in Europe, to know where the water was rising in China, and never looked each other in the face because we didn't have such disdain for it. So now when Europeans see black spirituality, African spirituality, indigenous spirituality, I'm running the gambit because I know somebody gonna watch this and say, well, I ain't black, I ain't African. I ain't. Run the gambit. When they see it as demonic, it's wrong, it's ugh. When we see European spirituality, we sit up there and say, oh, they doing it wrong. They doing it wrong. How dare they sit in a mountain, in a cave, and Stonehenge and touch rocks and crack stones? They can't touch the earth. The stone is the earth. We lived in the earth, of the earth, so we understood how to generate that energy from nature. Druids, all them boys there, all them people in Europe, Ireland, Scotland, all them Druid type energies, they understood how to harness the energy from their environment as well. So what I'm saying is, we have lost the connection to our ancestors simply because we won't do what the fuck we need to do for our ancestors. Sometimes we may have to pick up a club and crack a bitch on their skull to satisfy that bloodlust inside that ancestor who couldn't do it. Sometimes we need to go sit in a cave, sit in a dark place, sit in a hot spring, sit in a tub of goddamn water. Sometimes we need to pay a penance in order to insatiate that ancestor who just need to feel like they're alive and shit. But we too afraid to do it. The best thing I've seen them come out with right now is cold showers. Taking the cold shower, taking the ice bath, and all that shit there. That is the best damn thing that I've seen them come up with as a form of penance, suffering, in order to get your mind to a whole new state. Now imagine them boys, them Arab boys over there who talking to them jinns and they particular gods, and they have to go in the desert for 30 fucking 1 days with a bottle of water, a mule, or with a bottle of water, a camel and shit, and they say survive, bitch. When you come back over here, that's your pilgrimage. You a man. You spiritual now. You can learn the Zohar. You can learn the Qip Pop. You can learn them spiritual system. But I need to know you can survive out there with nothing, and your ego can be kind of like diminished, so I can bring you back and build that bitch back up. They don't even do that no more, cause there ain't no deserts no more. There's high-rise buildings. The Indian used to call it, they used to call it the journey, where they'll take a 13, 14-year-old boy, give him a knife, a water sack, and tell him, get your ass in the jungle. Come see me in 30 days. And if you survive, you can't come back here. If you survive in those 30 days, bitch, now we can teach you how to be a warrior. We can teach you how to be a shaman. Now you get your lot in life. Our ancestors need that type of energy because they need to be insatiated. Because how else they really gonna talk to us? I could go in my closet every day and meditate, and I hear my ancestor voices. Yes, true, it's true. But I don't want to have to decipher what they're saying anymore. I need that direct connect. How we get that direct connect? By enacting revenge. And again, I'm not talking about cracking a bitch in their head, angry revenge. No, no, no violence. I'm talking about going inside, revisiting that ancestor energy, locking in on the pain point they had, and you in the 3D right here, right now, taking steps to heal them, help them solve their issues. I tell my baby girl and my sons all the time, listen, if a bitch take me out, I don't care how long it that's your mission in life, to take they motherfucking ass out. If a bitch rob me, I need for you to make sure they don't make another dime in life. I don't care what the fuck you gotta do. 30, 40, 50 years. You revenge me. How many of y'all telling your kids that? Let me guess. Only two. Because that Bible say turn the other cheek. Why you think they put that shit in there? Because they know the ancestor energy that goes to their grave, that goes to the great beyond, with a sense of lack, a sense of doubt, a sense of depression, they can't join because they have indoctrinated that shit inside our mind that let go and let God. And when I hear a bitch say that, let go and let God, I say, who motherfucking God? People in my lodge look at me, even in my Masonic lodge, they look at me and say, what you mean, what God? Oh, I forgot you on that. You on that spiritual kick, that stuff that ain't of Christ, God. Yeah. So when you tell me to let go, let God, bitch, you only thing you just told me, get off with you. Because I think I am God. I know for a fact that I got God energy in me. I know for a fact I got the golden Christ up here. Who can take my golden Christ? And I'm trying not to be angry because I don't want to come off as militant. But if you people understand exactly where I'm coming from with this shit, I'm tired, people. I'm tired of us being taken advantage of. I'm tired of us sitting up here turning the other cheek, smiling, and letting the bitch get away with bloody fucking murder on us. I'm tired. I'm tired. And you think that energy coming from your feelings? No, that energy is coming from those ancestor energies inside of you that's saying, hey, god damn it, bitch, is you gonna wake up? Is you gonna get it? Is you gonna wake up and get it? I'm making you feel like shit. I'm turning your life upside down. I'm creating this catastrophe that's going on around you right now So you can take your ass out there and you can focus on the issue that I have inside me because I want to help you. But more than often we'll say, oh, it's just our season for lack. It's just our season for doubt. It's just our season for loss. I am 100% convinced that a human being, flesh and blood, mankind, should never have a season of lack, doubt, depression ever in their life. When you feel those emotions, people, that is your ancestor energy saying, I got a problem I need for you to fix. Now, let me tell you how we fucking this up. Because I'm just unapologetic this morning. Because I told you I'm looking for revenge. I'm pissed off. I'm angry. Let me tell you how we fucking this up. We're listening to these social media gurus who have no experience in doing shit. Ain't read a book, ain't even got the basic motherfucking human understanding of emotions down pat. But we listen to these gurus saying it's a great time to be in your hot girl summer, your long dick summer, your thick girl summer, your long dick boy summer. They categorize it in all this shit, but at the end of the day, it tells you that you need to be alone and fucking body. Boy, you're a goddamn fool. Cause I done laid in my bed several motherfucking times wishing I had somebody to hold. I had to pick up the phone, get your ass over here, baby girl. That energy. Walking down the street by myself, wishing I had somebody next to me. Have to imagine how to enter a room. You know what that energy was? That's that's the energy of your ancestors saying, I walked alone so long that now I'm coming up inside of you. I need a companionship. Not a boyfriend, not a girlfriend, not somebody to fuck. I need companionship. And I'm gonna make it bad for you until you get a companion. But let me tell you something. Listening to these bootleg ass gurus from this fucking interweb has gotten everybody thinking that this being alone shit is great. That this is the way to be. Y'all don't want friends. Y'all don't want lovers. Y'all don't want no fucking connections. You just want to sit up there, oh, I'm by myself. Go eat a meal by yourself, cool. I got it. Go to a club by yourself, cool. I got it. Go out of state by yourself, cool. I get it. But after you've experienced this 3D version of you, what the fuck you want, that ancestor energy is still there saying, hey, buddy, I had to walk a path alone. It's cool that you got solace in your shit, but I'm going to keep fucking with you until you form a connection with somebody. But we constantly bombarded with this whole made up internet. I'm trying not to say what I want to say, y'all. 1 minute. Everybody is telling us how good it is to be alone. And they max that shit as focus on you, love you, do you, just do you. I get it, do you. But don't be so fucking naive and dumb as to see you don't need to form a connection. Because I'm finna tell you something, how they say, as above, so below, as within, so without. Those are some very basic spiritual terms, but it means something. If you can't form a connection in the 3D with somebody, how the fuck you gonna form a connection with your true spiritual self? How the fuck you gonna form a connection with your true spiritual ancestors? But we have been brainwashed by these paid celebrities, uneducated gurus, self-proclaimed gurus on the internet, which they are paid agents to infiltrate the minds of us. Because people do make money off of them TikToks and look 10-second shits. They get paid, monetized. So they'll come with the same old fucked up ass content telling us how we ain't shit, men ain't shit, women ain't shit, children ain't shit, LGBTQ plus ain't shit. They tell us how everybody ain't shit, and then they'll sit up there and say, oh, you accept this, accept the strong man, accept the strong woman, accept this. They say two motherfucking different messages. Dr. Umar said one thing, then he said another thing. I had to stop listening to his motherfucking ass. Nigga, because you ain't consistent. How you gonna tell the black man need to be strong in the household, but then the next damn speech you say, well, the black woman need to motherfucking stay single? Are you fucking kidding me? Bitch, isn't that your whole platform? It pissed me off. Because there's people out here listening to this. You don't give me strength and tell me what I gotta do, send me on a fucking mission, and then tell the one thing that I'm trying to connect with, yeah, be strong. You make them double down on that ignorant ass attitude that they've been perpetuating inside our sisters for all these years. You tell them to double down on this shit, but you tell me to go fight that double down energy, which you just gave them, knowing they listen to you. These are these fake ass gurus. The pandering is amazing. I'm not gonna pander. Double fuck it. All these paid celebrities do is stop us from forming connections with our spiritual insides. If I knew how to love me, if I knew how to love my hurt mama, if I knew how to love my hurt grandma, my hurt daddy, my hurt great granddaddy, and they pass away and deceased, don't you think I know how to love my brother, my sister, my wife, my girlfriend, my children? But they'll say, leave that shit alone. Do you? That's one way. But hell, man and women so distant from each other, they don't even know how to come together as a unit. That's somebody saying that. And people, don't you think your ancestors sitting up there angry because they say, I want revenge? Now, let me hit you some with the way where I get to the revenge, because I did a little rambling and I'm glad you stuck with it. Let me tell you something about this motherfucking revenge thing, what they telling me it's time to do. It's time for us to start speaking against the motherfucker who are tearing our homes down, who are making our women think that men ain't shit, black men ain't shit, Asian men ain't shit, white men ain't shit. It's time for us to talk against that shit for real. It's time for us to talk against the women who sitting up there saying women ain't shit. Sitting up there saying black men ain't shit, that black. I mean, we gotta tear these people fucking platforms down, man. Because we are impressionable. Because we're depressed, we're battered, we're beat up, we known as motherfucking workhorse slave under the radar, fuck niggas, fuck boys, sluts, hoes, bitches, baby mamas, baby daddies, bums, lackers, slackers, and couch liars. We known as all that shit. And then you perpetuate, you build us up, you take us down. Build us up, take us down. So now, when we do try to form a connection, the connection ain't there. Because guess what? We're going to go into that relationship with a friend, a cousin, a brother, girlfriend, wife, with the same thing. Looking for the battle. Looking for the fight. Waiting for the fucking shoe to drop. Your ancestors pissed off that we bombarding our mind with that shit. What's the most positive message you hear in the daytime? Love yourself. If you happy being you, be you. These are the most positive fucking messages that could come on our timeline, people, and we hit them buttons and like it. Let me give you another positive message that should be coming down your timeline. Let's rebuild your community. Let's rekindle the love that you lost. Let's sit up there and help somebody love themselves, even if they can't love you right now. That's too much work. That's what getting revenge is. Your ancestors rejoice when you try to fix shit that they couldn't, but that they had a hope in their heart that would be. So when I talk about revenge, I ain't talking about going out there picking up clubs and guns and sticks and hurting people. No. I'm talking about fixing the shit that they died wishing that would fix. This is revenge for them. We know they shooting us down. We know they don't care. We know they railroading us to jail. Hell, they putting women in fucking prison. They ain't even telling you the statistic. I looked that shit up. Women was 4% of the prison population in America. That shit has jumped to 22%. So that lets you know that it's not a gender war, people. But all this self-love, do me, fuck him. They saying, bitch, we just need warm bodies to work these plantations. We just need warm bodies to fill those beds. So hell, we can't get it from the dude because we done killed them off, and they so scared, they so feminized and so fucking weak at the point that these motherfuckers ain't doing nothing but sipping their motherfucking latte, writing books on the internet about dumb shit or making reels. So now you go after the one thing you built up to be stronger than anything. You contradict them, women. And now you say, okay, women, since you out there loving yourself, doing you, you gotta hustle, you gotta grind, you gotta steal, you gotta boost, you gotta lie, you gotta cheat, you gotta fuck for it, you gotta do everything for it. And while they out there, and while y'all women out there getting y'all motherfucking bags, getting y'all motherfucking security, getting y'all brain right, the wire that it's only you and you against the world. Even in your marriages, is you against the world. Even in your relationship, is you against the world. Even with your kids, is you against the world. It's only about worrying about you, motherfucking you. Now you go out there and you do some shit, and they shooting y'all asses down in the street just like us. They shooting y'all asses in the foot. They taking away y'all livelihood. They throwing y'all ass on child support. They doing all this heavy-handed shit, and they filling the system with you guys now because they don't have to worry about the men. The men don't want no motherfucking community. We've been beat down by so many resources that shit. We just want to sit back, be quiet, sit on our ass, and duck. But it's a few of us out there that's going to sit up there and say, sister, get your shit together. I'm here for you. Why can't I have my sister do that for me? That's revenge. People, that's revenge. A lot of y'all ain't going to like this message because it's not so alpha male and bitter bitch syndrome going on. I'm talking about healing us for real. I don't care what emotion that woman got. I don't care what emotion she going through. If I help you unpack your shit, put it in my fucking closet. That's the rules of the game for me. That's a real man energy. How many motherfuckers saying that online, people? Y'all listen to all these hateful ass men and hateful ass women that can get paid celebrity platform about how you should live your life, and they sitting up there fucking 13 different fucking people at the same fucking time, scared to form a connection with they motherfucking old lady. Because the fame, the glamour, and glitz got to them. But we'll sit up there and listen to that shit. And we'll take it on ourselves. When your ancestors said, hey, this is not the fucking way. Y'all need to be healing each other. Y'all need to be coming together. Y'all need to be doing something. Somebody need to speak up and take away the narrative of separation, isolation. It's the reason Pisces rule that motherfucking house. 2 motherfucking fishes, people. 2. Water is emotion. Fish is intelligence. So if you have one energy that's overbearingly nice, you lose. You have one energy overbearingly sad, depressed, you lose. That's why that fish goes around in a circle, people. Because they say it's a rotation. It needs to be done. They'll sit up and I'm just speaking astrology now because I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from with this. Pisces being in your enemy's house, that 12th house of enemies, that says to emotion. Because at the end of the day, we've been worked over, fucked over, beat up, battered, abused, talked down to, stole from, robbed from, kicked from, cheated on, all that shit. That at the end of the day, that's all we got is our raw emotions. And if we can't look past that pain point that this raw emotion calls, and we become a savage unto ourselves, or we become a savage unto our brothers and sisters, people, listen to me. We become our own worst enemies. I'm not doing that anymore. Fuck you, internet. Fuck you, fake ass gurus. Fuck all these people who tell me how I should act, how I should live, how I should perceive women, how I should perceive my brother, how I should perceive the LGBTQ community. Fuck you all. I'm thinking for myself. I'm gonna love myself, but if I can help my brothers and sisters out, I'm gonna love them just as hard. It's sad, and I want to cry, people, but I'm gonna fight through that shit. Because it is so sad that I see that where we are tearing ourselves down. And it's not because these are not our feelings. These are not our emotions. These are programmed celebrity people telling us what to fucking think. Telling us how to exist and how to live. When they motherfucking ass get a check for $1 million a fucking month. To sit up there and perpetuate that shit, and they ain't got their old lady in the house with them. They ain't got no man in the house with them. Sierra made a song, Single Women Get Your Bag Up. She was married to one of the best motherfucking men on the planet. Steve Harvey sitting up there telling us how we shouldn't ask our woman to assist us when we down. Bitch, you a millionaire. And you fucked around on Margie 3 fucking times already, from what I hear. But you can tell us you paid fucking celebrities, paid to destroy us from within. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about it. If I can't love you like my ancestors want me to love you, I don't need to be around you. And that's something I got to look into myself. That ain't your issue, that's mine. When are we going to take responsibility, people? When are we going to take responsibility? Not everything your mama fault. Not everything your daddy fault. Not everything your ex-husband fault. Not everything your ex-wife fault. Not everything your badass kids fault who you gave it up for because you didn't set boundaries. Not everything is everybody's fault. Sometimes people, we look inside ourselves and we say, this is where I led myself. This is how I was misled by the media. This is how I was misled by my friends and family. This is how I was misled by my mama, my daddy. This is how I was misled by this person. And we take responsibility. You say self, ancestor energy, bubble up to the top. Where am I lacking at? Where am I in pain at? Where do I need to fix what's wrong with you so I can fix what's wrong with me? And you meditate on that shit and you stand in that shit. And I guarantee the answer will come. You'll realize that at one point in your life you was a piece of shit. You'll realize at one point in your life that you did fuck up, that you did fuck somebody over. And the only reason you can't trust them because you can't trust yourself. And the way you heal, you learn to trust yourself to be you, whether that's good, bad, or indifferent. Enjoy that motherfucking energy you sit in. Then you can let somebody see the true you. Then they can love you for you, not for your representative. But everybody want to sit up here and say, it's all about me, it's my season. Oh, break up with your man for the summer. Break up with your wife for the summer. So you can go hook and hoe and do whatever. But come back when you're done. Because if they love you, they'll take you back. Or if they set boundaries and rules against you, then guess what? They never loved you in the first place. How the fuck you ever fix your mouth to say that about somebody who put up with your shit for 15 fucking years? Who put up with your shit for 1 year? Your quirks, your kinks, your dislikes, your pet peeve. And you say, oh, you never loved me? That's when you want to hit a motherfucker in their mouth. Bitch, do you know the sacrifices I made just to be in your presence? So I could never say that energy. Somebody never loved me. Even though my mama treated me like shit, she loved me at one point in the game. Ex-wives, they loved me at one point in the game. If I fall out with my children, they love me at one point in the game. Can't never say, y'all ain't never loved me. Bullshit. We allowed ourselves to be influenced. And only thing the ancestor energy is saying, give me some revenge. Let's eradicate that issue that caused you to separate from your fellow man, your fellow wife, your husband, your partner, whatever you want to call it. Until we start doing that, people, we're going to sit in this perpetual state of anger, malice, depression. We're going to stew in it. And it's going to fester and become a part of us. And you know what we're going to look for to fix it? Spirituality. We're going to look to some form of religion. We're going to look to some form of spirituality. We're going to look for any and everything outside ourselves. We're going to look for kinks, quirks, dicks, pussies, whatever you want to call it, food, extreme behavior, whatever you want to call it. We're going to look outside just to fill that void versus sitting in your own ass, sitting in your own shit, going through your trial period and saying, I need to fix me. People stop listening to paid celebrities. Stop listening to all these motherfucking people with these platforms that talk about separation, isolation. Hell, it was one shit came across my feed where some man told me he need to kill the black woman and start over. Then what the fuck you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do? If one motherfucker buy that ideology and start taking out our sister, bitch, I'm gonna find that motherfucker and I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna be your martyr, people. I'm gonna let a bitch know I got a whole motherfucking daughter in that room. So if that's your mindset, bitch, you are definitely my enemy. And I'm not one ancestor inside of me gonna stop me from snapping your goddamn head off. Cause you ain't finna hurt mine just cause you got motherfucking issues that you ain't healed from. Am I talking to your people? One woman say, I heard one on the feed. Why coming on my feed? I don't know, cause I like conspiracy theories. Oh yeah, man ain't shit. We need to assist the white man and taking him out. Anytime you get done with your baby daddy, he ain't serving you no purpose. You get another man, or you get your white cowboy, call the police on him. Hell, they'll shoot him or put him in prison. Then you can be free. I said, whoa, women, y'all thinking like that? Then I had to stop. Them ain't women thinking like that. These paid celebrities telling that shit, and the weak minded gonna get influenced by it. So I'm gonna need my sister to step up and do some revenge work. Go out there and punch that bitch in her teeth. Oh, what you saying? Get rid of a man, a whole motherfucking species, a nigga? No. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna need some type of woman around me. At the end of the day, y'all gonna need some type of man around you. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking disgusted by it. And I'm in my closet meditating for the past 2 weeks on this shit, man. Why has my ancestors got me so up in arms? Telling me I need to fight some shit, fight a regime, fight a system that I have no teeth. I thought I had no teeth in the fight in. But I do, because I got kids, I got sons, I got daughters, I got sisters, aunties. When are we going to take responsibility and start healing ourselves? Everybody want to hold everybody accountable for every fucking thing when it's when it's outside looking in. Oh, you did this, so here's your accountability, and I'm gonna tell you. But then if somebody say, "Hey man, but you did this too. Here's your accountability," I don't want to hear that because I'm the one in pain. All while your ancestors decided, you saying, how the fuck you gonna let this bitch get one up on you? How the fuck you gonna let this Negro get one up on you? Yeah, call me on my shit. If I do some fucked up, call me on it. Talk to me good though. Speak to me easy. Cause that brain don't operate off of logic right off the you raise that, you elevate that voice, or you motherfucking drop that low tone and you being condescending. That bitch is the same trigger point for me. So I don't want to hear shit you gotta say until you say that bitch with authority and mean it and don't overstep it. Call me on my shit, but call me out right now. I'm gonna call you on your shit and call you out right. But at the end of that conversation, what's the solution? What's the solution? I'm feeling this way. You feeling this way. You feel like all men hurt you, sister? I get it. It's a lot of them out there that was garbage. Although they hurt, not making an excuse for them. But how you gonna get to the next level with another man if you can't do it with that one? Brothers, them sisters out there hurt you. I get it. Create erectile dysfunction. I get it. But how you gonna get to the next one if you're gonna constantly linger in that hurt? If you're not gonna recognize what you did wrong to allow that issue in, and what you're gonna do right to fix it. This is getting revenge for our ancestors for the misleading, the indoctrination. Are you seeing this? A lot of you all are single, lonely, depressed, sad because you can't realize what the fuck you did wrong to allow that shit to happen to you. And then you double down on it because you listen to these paid celebrities telling you how you supposed to get your bag up, don't give a fuck about nobody else, don't family. Hell, don't kids need a daddy. Them kids need some type of father figure. Your daddy is passing off, getting old. Your mama passing off. Grandma getting old. Grandma can't babysit. And in line, she ain't got the energy no more. She ain't got the energy to pick up that belt and whoop their ass. And then if you whoop a kid ass and instill fear of God in him, which is self, mom, dad, they hit you back. So when are you gonna say, hey, I'll let my kid get out of control? I'll let my wife jump off the porch. I'll let my husband do this fuck shit. When y'all gonna take responsibility and say it was you? And start saying, okay, he a piece of shit. Cause he did it. Ain't nobody born pieces of shit. When you meet somebody in a relationship, you're too busy lusting, so you don't look at them as a piece of shit. You look at what I could get out the deal, pleasure wise. Then over time, you allow some shit to happen so much that now you get that anger built up. Now that person's a piece of shit. No, that shit is on you. That shit is on me. And once we see where we fuck up, ancestor energy, let me pull you up from the depth. Is this what you were going through in your time? Can you fix this? Yeah. Me and Mabel were going through this shit all the way back in the day. I just let Mabel run all over me. Well, what would you do, ancestor, so I won't have to let this happen? I would have stood up to her. I would have stood up to him. I would have set boundaries, guidelines, goals. I would have apologized when I needed to, and I would have demanded an apology when it was needed. If the internet was full of that right there, nobody would have a platform. Hell, they'll probably cancel me. This is how we fight. This is how our ancestor energy fight for us, by calling us on our shit. Because if every last single one of our ancestor energy delve inside of us, emotional wise, Pisces, here we go now. If they inside of us and they doing what they got to do for us and helping us grow, we could call them when we need the lotto number. We could call them when we need a shot of ass. We could call them when we need our boss not to fuck with us. We could call them when we need a pair of shoes, a pair of stockings, our car fixed, a new car, a new house. But we can't call them to say, hey, I have a pain point inside of me, and I don't know where this anger coming from. I don't know where this idiotic thinking coming from. I don't know how to get rid of it. Ancestor, come through and show me so I can work on it. I can go sit in the motherfucking mountain for 31 days. I can isolate myself from everybody, telephone, computers for 14 days. I can do this. I can take time to myself to realize what the fuck is going on so I can fix it. Because at the end of the day, when I emerge from this cave, this tunnel, this opening, this hole, this regression, I want to be able to love. I want to be able to look good, smell good, feel good, know that I'm good, and know that the people around me gonna know that I'm good too. But the influence is too great. You had the Bible, then you had the nasty shit that was taught to us. Then you had the whole hatred for gender wars. Then you had the whole, okay, well, why would that person go over here to a woman when almost all the man she need? And now you're hating that because you got jealousy, you ain't addressed that shit. Or why would he leave me and go to a man? You got jealousy issue there. You ain't dressed that. You ain't take responsibility. Maybe you gave that man so much hell that he thought that person came to him and treated him right, treated like somebody. He said, I'm gonna experiment. Maybe you took that woman up and threw that so motherfucking bad until another chick came and showed her that, hey, I feel your pain, I can relate, and they became one unit. Come on now, people, let's be honest and real with this shit. This coming from a heterosexual fucking man here. But I can see the bullshit. Now I got community wars. It was a race war, but that shit fading out because black and white been fucking so much that you don't know who's who. So it can't be a race war no more. Those are the old guards. They dying out. Now they saying it's a gender war. Can't be a gender war. Everybody going trans nowadays. So it ain't a gender war. Thank people. I'm teaching you something. Can't be a cultural war. Everybody culture appropriated. So what other war can it be? It's an emotional war. Pisces is ruling the fucking game. We either gonna be hot or we're gonna be cold. But if we can't become lukewarm, and they say you shouldn't be lukewarm in the Bible, but I think that's a more comfortable temperature right there for me. I'm just gonna be G. That lukewarm is a comfortable motherfucking water to sit in, boy, and think and bask. Cause I'm walking that line. We have these extreme notions and extreme thought processes, and we think we're right, and that shit get backed up by these double talking ass celebrities. Now I have never met these people in person. I swear to God, I haven't. I don't. Dr. Umar, he dropped some good information, but when you contradict yourself to me, you ain't part of the fucking problem, man. I mean, you ain't part of the solution. All these women telling women to hate men. Then y'all sit up there and say, "Oh shit, I need a man for some boy, cause shit finna get rough." Y'all need to grab y'all one. Contradictory. You're a paid celebrity. When you sit up there and you tell your bros, "Hey man, fuck them hoes, date, fuck, do what you don't marry, don't marry, don't marry." But yet you sitting out there like, "Oh, I can't trust a hoe. I would marry, and I want to be married. I would love to be married." But on your platform, you saying, "Don't marry, don't marry, don't marry." Contradictory here. If somebody come up my time feed, I'm finna go and Google them. I need to see what they're about, bitch. Because that mean that algorithm telling you that's something I need to know. How many of y'all do that? I do. A lot of these women sitting up there telling y'all women out here that hate men and that men ain't good for the father. Then you look at them, they sitting up there with a whole 2, 3 kids on their arm, no baby daddy around. Why? You Google up, look at their real name, go to child support court. They taking the dude to child support court, man. Dude sitting up there, you can read the record, believe it or not. I want to see my son. No, you don't need to see your son. Your son ain't your son. He can't do better without you. What's wrong with this man? Felonies, charges, drug? No, just a failed relationship. And they say, I don't want the man. Not that the man ain't good. I don't want him because it will fuck up my image. But they'll sit out there and run it down to you that this is the way. These men sitting up there, I can't trust women. Let's go to your chart, homeboy. So you say that women ain't shitty, you hate women, they did you dirty, yet you got a stalking charge and Google this shit. I ain't gonna say no name because I don't want no strikes or no shit. Google this shit. You got a whole motherfucking stalking charge because you kept coming to your old lady house begging her to be back with you. But you'll get on your platform and say women ain't shit. But you longing for that motherfucking woman. You said one shit. Paid celebrities, people, stop letting these people influence us. Stop letting them influence us. Let's get revenge when it comes to this spirituality thing, because I don't leave out spirituality. That was just relationship advice, community advice, cultural advice. Let's go to spirituality. People would sit up there and come at you and say, "Hey, you've been baptized in the white man's Bible. You've been baptized by every other form of spirituality other than your own. You need to go back to African spirituality." But did you know that when you go to that continent of Africa, where they say all black people come from, you're going to run into over 9,000 different spiritual systems? When you go to one Caribbean island, you're going to run into over 400 different spiritual systems. But they will make you feel shitty, and they will make you feel bad, and they will make you feel like you done lost all your connections with your ancestor roots. Some of us didn't come from Africa. I'm just not finding that shit out. Some of us was indigenously black over here. Wow. Blew my fucking mind. I done researched it. I'm like, damn, that makes sense. I'm like, damn, that really makes sense. But then you'll listen to somebody because of the skin color say you African, Pan-African, and then you'll sit up there and say, well, I ain't black enough. So I need to hop on any black spiritual system there is. And then the Yoruba practice is the name of the game right now. It ain't down in Yoruba practice because, baby, let me tell you, it is great. When done right and the right people doing it with you and for you, baby, you can't beat it. It's there. It's energy. It's us. But to make us feel bad and to parade that shit in front of us like if we don't partake of it, we ain't black enough. Now your ancestors inside of you sitting up there saying, how the fuck they say that? I don't know shit about an Orisha. Bitch, I know about the Buffalo woman. I know about the eagle. I know about the otters that build dams. I know about the snake, the rattlesnake. I know about the cobra. I don't know anything about an Orisha, man. But they say, oh, if you ain't black and you don't trust in that you are bad, that you are too disingenuous, you serving another man's religion, and that is killing you. How about you look at where you fucking come from and feel what's inside of you? Because your ancestors are going to tell you where you went wrong at and choosing your spiritual discipline. Hell, they may send your ass to Ireland and have you tossing stones with druids. Do that make you a bad person? Maybe somewhere down your ancestral lineage, that was the spiritual anchor for your soul. A white European druid was a spiritual anchor in your family. A person of Hinduism that practiced Hinduism was a spiritual anchor, and that's what you gravitate to. Hell, a person that practiced Islam, that's what you gravitate to. But they will pander to us and these paid celebrities fuck with our brains and tell us if we ain't black, if we ain't doing Yoruba culture, if we ain't black and we ain't doing Haitian voodoo, if we ain't black, we ain't doing this right here, that you ain't black enough. You ain't black enough. You ain't black enough. Now you doubt yourself. I ain't black enough. And now you're dead and empty inside because you're trying to deal with a religion, a spiritual system that don't even resonate with your energy. So you go to the Christian book that don't have no concept inside your fucking mind, and you'll fight to resonate with that. You fight it. Suffer. Suffer. I can't look at a piece of ass walk past me jiggling. I can't look at a dick print walk past me jiggling. That's lusting. I can't want to eat a whole pizza one night because I just feel like enjoying myself. That's gluttony. You fight to be part of that shit versus going inside yourself telling your ancestors, hey, baby, show me where I'm wrong at. Show me where I went wrong at. Let me get this revenge off of your chest. Because if you feel voodoo is the way I need to go, show me that. If you feel Yoruba is the way I need to go, show me that. If you feel I need to worship Allah, show me. But they'll never tell you to worship Jesus Christ. Because that's a death sentence. If you don't believe me, strung up on the cross like this is death, baby. People, we need to get revenge. And again, I'm not talking about sticks and clubs and guns and knives. We need to get revenge by going into ourselves and really focus on the dark side and the shit that makes us uncomfortable and asking our ancestor energy. We got to sit with that shit. 14 to 30 days. We got to sit with it. And you sit with it, you say, what is this energy? Why am I hating this energy? Why do I don't want to deal with it? And it'll come to you. And when it comes to you, be there to accept the pain, the sorrow, the hatred, the malice that's going to come, that's going to face you. Accept it, live in it, wallow in it, piss in it, shit in it, cry in it. Then do something about it. Make a conscious fucking change. Don't deny yourself that energy. Think happy thoughts in the world will open up to you. You got me fucked up. I remember going down to the child support office every day when my baby mama and them had me on child support. Every day. Bitch get mad at me, put me on, go down there, file a report, license get suspended. Oh, it's 1 day late. I'm a contractor. I pay you when I get paid the next day. Well, I need my shit now. So I'm like, okay, if I think happy thoughts, the people down there at that box will treat me good. I walk up to the window with a smile, they'll treat me good. I got the same this fucking taste and the same this thing. It wasn't until I said, you know what? Why am I down here smiling at these motherfuckers when they hate me? When they see me as an enemy? When they view me as a substance of shit? So I walked in that motherfucker and I say, license. I say, why should I give you that? You never take it. I say, let me type my shit in so I can sit the fuck down and wait. Why you so angry? What's wrong? You had a bad day? I say, no, I'm just not gonna let you make me have a bad day. I said, the conversation need to be dropped. You can't help me. Make me feel like shit. Now they want to be helpful and help you. Because you address that pain point. That ancestor say, hey, bitch, this is what you gotta do. Don't just smile like an idiot and take it. That's what the Bible tell us to do. Smile like an enemy and take it. No more than bending over, getting pegged. So then I had to accept the simple fact that I'm allowing, and I'm just being transparent. I'm allowing my baby mamas to run the motherfucking show. Remember, I did that. I did that. Well, I say I didn't. I had the opportunity to raise up in the company, but I was afraid that if I lost that job and I had to come back down, and my baby mama took me back to court, that they would have so much money that I wouldn't be able to pay, and I'd be sitting in prison. I couldn't drive, I couldn't do nothing. So I limited myself. This is the energy that they got us in. If we vibrate so high with our partner and that partner leave us, we ain't gonna have nothing. We ain't gonna gain that experience no more. We gonna be depressed and sad. If you can vibrate high with that person, you can vibrate high with somebody else. If you come in as your representative, as you come in as your real self and not your representative. If you come in vibrating so high, they have no choice but to vibrate with you. Even if time run out on you guys, that's the energy. That's the energy. That was a fucking moment. Baby, enjoyed it. I loved it. You loved it. We good. We good. We good. Facing the child support system, I brought the same energy they brought to me. And it wasn't malice energy. It was just, I don't want you to fuck up my day. I know you can't help me. And I know you just here, paid celebrity, a paid person to make me feel shitty before I go in there and talk to the main people. So my conversation not to be with you. My conversation is to be with the main people. And the darker my energy got, the more they treated me like something. Now I could have lived that shit and been an angry, bitter nigga running around this motherfucker, getting my way. I like to show my teeth. I like to smile. I like to make people feel good. I like to give people the good word of the day. Because I know my pain point. My pain point is strict suffering. And if I'm suffering, I want everybody to suffer with me, right? I had to get over that. So now I want everybody to love with me, to respect with me, to honor with me, to grow with me, and cherish with me. Am I a bleeding heart? No. Am I pandering to you? Fuck no. Fuck you. I'm going to tell you what you got to do to get right, but I'm going to be right regardless, whether you listen or not. But before I go, I could tell you this. Sit in your ancestor energy. Sit in that shit. Get revenge for your ancestors because they had to grin and bear a lot of shit to get your ass here. They had some of y'all mama and daddy didn't even love each other and they were still fucking and they brought you here because they had to. So sit with yourself. Ask them what's the pain point. Why I can't love this woman over here? Why can't I trust this woman over here? Sit in it. Think about it. Why can't I love this man over here? Why can't I love my children? Why can't I love humanity? Why can't I love somebody of a different fucking color? Why can't I love somebody of a different fucking religion? Hell, I'm gonna take it all the way back. Why can't I love somebody of a different fucking origin? Let's run the whole gambit here. You ask yourself that. What did they do to you? What energy you going off of? What pain point? What did your ancestors have to stuff? What did they witness? How did they get beat up, abused, kicked in the ass, and all that shit? You sit in it. You absorb that pain. You manifest it into something good. You swallow that shit. You burn that shit. You get rid of it, and you emerge better, understanding of yourself. And then if you don't want to be around that situation, you don't have to be, but you don't gotta hate. You don't gotta sit up there and keep your ancestor energy in bondage because you can't accept help or love or respect or handouts or goods, whatever you want, a leg up from anybody other than what the fuck you deem you supposed to accept it from. And now you're suffering, you're stagnant, and you're hurt. And that makes you hate yourself more than anything. That gets you depressed. I hope I made sense to you. This is one of the most unapologetic fucking prayers, conversation, whatever you want to call it, that I've done. I make no apologies about this shit. Some of you all are fucking weak because you won't look inside yourself and see where the fucking problem lies. And you rather let these paid celebrities tell you how to act, think, and be. And then you carry that shit home to your kids. You carry that shit home to your mate. You carry that shit to your job. You carry that shit every fucking where. And then you live on it. You build a foundation on it. And then you Google these fucking people and Google some of them. Google them. You see they living 10 times better than you. They got somebody they come home to. All the money you donate to them and shit right there. They driving these Rolls Royces, Benzes, and Lexuses on your ass. Living in a nice fucking house. And you sitting up there can't even join your paycheck with your mate because you too busy. Oh, that bitch need to take care of me. You need to take care of your fucking other. Oh, he the man. He's supposed to do it all. No. He don't supposed to do it all. You supposed to come to the table with something, but he shouldn't make you pay as much as he paying. I agree with that. But the money that you save, the money that he not making you pay, that's not for hair, nails, and ass. That's for you to stock up for a rainy day in case y'all fall. This is how grandma taught me. If my husband, my wife, gonna pay the majority of the bills and I got change left over, that shit going into a savings. That's going under the mattress, a can on top of the refrigerator. Y'all see how your grandparents used to do this? Come on now. Half of the time that can had a magical word at the bottom, a magical inscription to make it grow, prosper, double times more. I teach you that on my Patreon coming out. So all the extra cash that went in that bucket. And when it went in that bucket, in case times got hard, she was there to save the day. That makes her a smart woman. If the shoe reverse, fellas, if your woman is the breadwinner and she's saying, "Hey, you got to pay XYZ, man," don't feel ashamed what she say. She the breadwinner. If you making 36,000 a year and she making 200,000, ain't no way else she gonna expect you to pay off that big ass house and car note and shit. So whatever she tell you to pay, make sure you pay it properly. But the rest of your money, don't go fuck off with it. Put it up. Because you never know when that nice job, that nice funding will run out. And guess what? You the hero now. You the smart one. But we'll listen to these people. Oh, I make 48,000 a year. I need to get me a motherfucker making 32,000 a year. Together we can make 70 some odd thousand a year, and we could be good, and I could still be man. Fuck that. Fuck that. No, what? Yeah. Yeah, I work in the warehouse, bitch. I make $42,000 a year. I'm gonna go to that job faithfully. And how much you make, sweetheart? 200 and some thousand, baby. Together we making $250,000 a year. We could go on a lot of trips, do a lot of shit with that. What bill you need me to pay? You need me to make sure the kids at school? Need me to feed? You think I'm gonna feel less than a man? That's when I come home. I'm coming home to my woman. I'm fucking my woman. But these paid celebrities that tell y'all and give y'all the unrealistic standards that y'all living y'all life by, fucking up the game, fucking up the world, they right. I ain't selling for nobody making less than this. But yet you making less than that. Your ancestors is not happy with that shit. How you think they're gonna get their revenge? How you think they're gonna pull family back together? How you think they're gonna bring love, hope, and life back to the fucking people who got lost it, who it was stolen from? These paid celebrities, to me, ain't no different than the motherfucking transatlantic slave trade, trading off babies and husbands and boyfriends and sons to other plantations. Same motherfucking thing, misleading, redirecting, not giving a fuck. But then go home and cake up and boo up while your ass single, suffering, hating yourself. I'm tired of this internet. I went a whole motherfucking 3 days no TikTok. I forgot. I'm like, damn, I ain't watched TikTok today. That's how I knew I had overcame this fuck shit. Then I was meditating them days. So Spirit told me I don't need the influence. I just need to heal my sisters. I need to heal my children. And I need to heal my brothers. After that, stick a fork in me, Charlie. I'm taking accountability for me. That's all I can say. All right, everybody. I done kept you too motherfucking long. I hope you got something out the deal. I'm a little angry right now, and I still got some motherfucking anger issues to get out of me today. So I'm finna go in this backyard and punch this punching bag a little bit and beat up all these ancestor emotions that's stopping me from being great and call upon the good ones. Some kinetic meditation. Try it, people. It's good. And everybody, I want you to know I love you. I love every last single one of you guys. For you guys to hear my voice, I really care about you. For you guys to listen to me, I care about you so much. I couldn't be me without you all. And that's the God and the truth, and I'm grateful and I'm thankful. But at the same time, I want you guys to understand something. I'm not doing this just to be a pretty nigga on the internet. I'm doing this to actually help because I genuinely care about us and I genuinely care about you. I'm not a paid celebrity. Maybe that's why. That's why I ain't got $1 billion yet. Because I won't sell out. But yeah. People stop being influenced by the wrong motherfucking people. If you gonna follow one of these celebrities or these social media influencers, Google they fucking asses. See what they got. See what they looking at. And you compare their life to your life. And you see if their shit, if they holding the end of their shit up. And if they not, dust their ass off. I would say in the Caribbean, fire for that shit. Everybody, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 p.m. Be there for the Baron premieres. You get to come in the chat, talk. I know the views has dropped a little bit, but that's because everybody is working on different platforms, and a lot of people they working on their own things. Much love to you still. I know who share me. I know who promoting me. Thank you again. Thank you again. Thank you again. That's 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Uh, every month for my Patreon. The second Tuesday of the month, starting at 7, I think 8:30 now. Yeah, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time is a one question tarot giveaway. Come there, ask one question only. Don't make it so damn long, please, because I gotta get through them. We be doing a good little mini, y'all. I think the most I ever did was 170 questions in about 3 hours. That's a lot, people. So I was exhausted. So come through if you're a Patreon every second Saturday of the month. If you want to learn some good Southern down to earth magic, you got me. I'm here with you. The second Sunday of the second Saturday of the month is when I teach. Come through, learn some shit. We just finished up two. The last spell was a humdinger. A lot of bitches were like, nigga, you done lost your mind. One person said, nigga, I can do this. More power to you. I'm gonna borrow some money off your ass. Do. I'm just telling because I am not finna fuck up my grill. Just paid 10,000 to get the bitch right in the back. So what else? I'm still working on how to everybody just hooking stones and crystals and copper to some shit and saying this is a magical wand. That's a focal point or stick. That ain't no wand. I want you to know that when you pick up a wand, the energy gonna touch your connections and you gonna understand how this works. It's all in the hand gestures. It's all in the hand movement, the way you place the hand around your waist, how you hold the wand, thumb this way, all that. it's a whole elaborate thing. I'm still working on how to present that. It's very hard to get this on paper. Y'all like to get it down. And that's about it, everybody. Y'all, I don't know what else to say. Again, I appreciate you, love you. Thank you for rocking with me for 4 years or so. I think it's been about 3 to 4 years y'all been rocking with me. I've been doing this. I thank you guys. I thank you guys. People who stuck around. Even thank the people who rocked with me and then left me. All that stuff. Thank you guys. Y'all just don't know. I really do appreciate you all. Okay. All right, everybody. I am the Baron, telling you guys to trust you in the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. S.O.L Tribe. Y'all be safe out there.